You've got a 2v2 today on Torpid Casts, and we're going to be watching Cry, playing as a Chaos Sorcerer, along with Fog, as his little Eldari buddy, What Spider Exarch, doing his teleportation shenanigans. Bruce Campbell as a Warlock on the other side, and Deimos as a Chaos Lord. So this is pretty interesting, because we've got Chaos and Eldar on both sides, but different heroes, which will hopefully make things nice and spicy for us. So the map is Median Cliff Mines, so you've got two pairs of power farms that are a little bit less safe. So this is the vulnerable power farm for the red team, and this is their primary farm. This is the primary farm for the blue team, and this is the vulnerable one for the blue team. So they're inverted, which creates dynamic play. Looks like the two Chaos players are going to meet in the middle, but unfortunately for Mr. Deimos here, he's going to be facing two, with Guardians and Banshees loitering in the back. Here comes the Doombolts out of infiltration, so it would have been hard to scout that. Just decides to stay in cover and tank it. Unfortunately not the Plague Champion, so he's not going to be able to heal it off for some worship. Got a bit of poke here from the Warlock. Warlock ranged attack there, killing a Heretic. It doesn't look like he used the Destructor as well. Wow, a lot of damage coming from the ranged attack there. A little bit of chip with the Destructor, nothing major. Fleet of Foot must be on cooldown. He used Fleet to get in there. There he goes. He's going to Fleet away. And yeah, how annoying. Just decap that power. Quite frustrating there for the blue team. Blue team, though, are blobbing up quite a bit in the middle. Red team, in contrast, are splitting up and attacking the flanks. Heretic's just going to run forward here with the CSM, try and get onto the gens. Similar commitment in terms of power for both the teams, with the exception of the blue team not being able to put anything on that vulnerable power point that I mentioned because of the decap. Bruce Campbell just sort of stalling, but we've got double CSM and Banshees here. This could be quite difficult for Bruce to contend with, but we've got a Shuriken, which should shut these down. No teleportation on Cry's CS. No Sigil of the Rift. Could see Sigil of the Rift, that could be quite strong here. Shuriken will catch out these Heretics, they're going to have to retreat. Bit of a fail really, probably would have been nice to keep them in play. You could then use your Corn Worship, get the Chaos Sword in melee with the Shuriken. No heavy gauge filament to stun the CL if he attempts such. And the Shuriken does rout the Banshees down here, but then gets flanked by two CSM and a Doombolts and has to get out of there. But that's why you get two Shurikens, for exactly those reasons. Beautiful Destructor there. Hit cleanly on all six of those Marines. These guys are now in a precarious amount of health. Going to stay in play, try and focus down the Warlock, get him off the field. Merciless Switchblade is coming out. I suppose anticipating perhaps Teleporting Sorcerer or Raptors. Merciless Switchblade will be able to counter-initiate them quite well. Deimos still keeping the pressure on over here. Looks like the Chaos Lord did manage to get into melee with the Shuriken. Probably aided by the Grenade Launcher Heretics here, which we now see fully upgraded with the AC2. So a couple of ACs makes sense. Relatively cheap, lean build. Gives you something to counter the Shurikens at a distance with. Shurikens need to be quite careful here with these grenade launchers. And finally, it looks like Cry gets routed down bottom. Managed to finally get two gens up. Two gens only on the natural farm though. I think they were quite worried about Deimos loitering around there. So we should have a bit of a power lead for the red team, you would think. They seem to have had generators up a bit longer. Bruce Campbell, though, expending a lot here. Though Fog did get the aspect on the Banshees. Notable that Bruce Campbell doesn't have Banshees in Tier 2. They do scale very well. Certainly in Tier 2, not so much in Tier 3. Can be bolted as well for the CL. So yeah, a lot of upgrades on Deimos' units. Does he have Eternal War? No, no Eternal War. A lot of upgrades, but keeping it lean to minimise his pop, which in turn minimises his upkeep. Infiltration Worship being quite annoying, it seems. Wow, he actually managed to dodge the Sigil of the Rift. Can you believe it? Damn, that's bad for Cry. Oh shit! He actually sent the Heretics through there. Missed opportunity with potential grenade and retreat there. Bruce a little bit rusty. Going to save it for the CSM. Wow, no model, really? Damn, yeah, Cry is in trouble. Loses his Chaos Sorcerer, and he needed that to be able to take out the Shuriken. Now he is pretty much going to lose his farm. Yeah, Bruce is just going to decap that. Maybe even could cap it, to be honest. We'll see. Shuriken playing tier 1 being problematic here. Obviously, Cry not going for a particularly strong build against Shurikens, but the thing is, the Shurikens scale worse. They don't scale amazing. I mean, they literally don't scale at all. Like, they don't get any better in tier 2 than they already are in tier 1, but you get things like Bloodletters and vehicles. So you're not too concerned, but decap there on the power farm. So they're down a complete power farm now with the blue team, and that's going to hurt them. They might be able to get one unit out in tier 2 that costs a bit of power, but then they're going to be a bit stuck. Deimos going for a bit of chip damage there with the Immolate on the Chaos Lord onto the generators. I'm just going to shoot them down now with his Combi Bolter. Unfortunately, he's not able to deal with this push from the Shurikens and the energy shields. Cry could have opted for the Raptors. There were no Banshees in the composition of Bruce, but obviously he does have this very annoying Merciless Witchblade tanky Champions Warlock, so probably put him off. And of course, you've got quite a big investment anyway in terms of requisition with the double CSM. So he's going to get a Blood Crusher. That'll help him out at the base. Bruce is only going tier 2 now. Fog is super far behind. Fog has got a third Shuriken. I wonder if that was an Overwatch mistake. Nice kill of the week there from the Chaos Lord. Going to secure his exit. But yeah, both the Eldar crushing it here. Decapped the vulnerable power here of Deimos. But Deimos is going to be going with Bloodletters. Quite a flanking force here. Double Guardians and the Warlock and a Heretic squad. Just to protect these Guardians from any melee. Nothing that can really contend with Shurikens here though. Need to be careful of retreat paths. No chance of grenades here though in retreat path. Now we've got CSM of Cry moving back out again. Blood Crusher's going to advance forward. Force off the Shuriken that was stopping the cap on the power. Guardians needs to be careful with the Warlock in there. He will kill them very fast. Grenade on the Shuriken. Gonna go for the easy bait there. Good damage. Yeah, hard to hit the grenade when they've been retreating for a long time, because your speed increases as you retreat, so it messes up your muscle memory. If something's been retreating for a long time, they'll be moving faster than they normally would, and it throws your muscle memory. Very precarious situation there for Fog, retreating through all those Guardians, but he manages to get out without losing a squad, which is quite amazing. He's still stuck in tier 1 though. Bit of missed micro from Bruce there. Didn't actually catch the Banshees getting into melee there with his Shuriken. He's probably going to lose it. CSM fire. Oh, lucky here with a fire. Ah, would have been secured by the Doombots anyway. There you go, one Shuriken down. Wow, 2 Shurikens down for Bruce. Where did he lose the other one? Did he not notice the Blood Crusher getting into melee down at the side? Or did he rotate both the Shurikens? I don't know. It probably happened on screen. I didn't see it. I don't recall it. But Bruce has lost both his Shurikens. Quite a big loss there. He's going for the Falcon now. But Plague Marines could be a pain in the arse without a Shuriken to keep them away and zone them out. He does have double Guardians, so he'll be able to repair through the damage of a Plague Marine relatively well. And also double Guardians with their Warlock plus the Falcon will do some decent damage to a Plague Marine squad, but they're still going to be annoying. Deimos doing better here. Now got a Chaos Dreadnought out in addition to the Bloodletters. So the beautiful thing with Deimos' build here is he's basically bled nothing. Look at this, Bloodletters get into the retreat path. They're going to punish that Shuriken quite a lot. Remember the frontal model on the Shuriken, the actual Shuriken platform itself is heavy infantry, even though the Guardians are only light infantry. Very aggressive push here, supported by the Corn Worship. Chaos Lord using his size, his immense heft that he has to crush the energy shields, and then forces them off with Let the Galaxy Burn. Good anti-setup team war gear, that Let the Galaxy Burn. You're facing triple Shuriken, so it makes sense. And it goes down! Holy shit, how did he lose a Falcon to Corn Marines and a Blood Crusher? He doesn't even... He's not even fighting the Chaos Lord. I don't understand if he was fighting a Chaos Lord, because these melee forces would be sped up by the Corn Worship. They could potentially get into melee charge range of the Falcon and take it out, but Bruce must have majorly fucked up his micro there. Blood Crusher might even take out the Warlock in melee here. And he does! Shank, shank, shank. And tossed aside by the Juggernaut. Wow. Alright, Cry needs to get out of there now, though. This is a flank from Deimos. And he has that speed worship with his Dreadnought with that autocannon. That is going to be quite dangerous. Weird positioning there from the Bloodletters, but Blood Crusher's going to charge through them to get out of there. Got a bail. Bruce is forced to go for a Fire Dragon squad now, which is not ideal for him, because you've got Khorne Marines already on the field who will dice Fire Dragons to pieces. Double Khorne Marines, that is interesting. I would have gone for ones each, I think, but okay. This could work well. He's going to have to be very careful about mitigating bleed, his Cry. It's a big disadvantage of Khorne Marines. You've got to get into melee, right? So you have a lot of chance of bleeding quite a lot when you go into melee. These Banshees not in a great position here. They're getting Overwatch fired on them by the turret, and they don't have their Exarch. If they had their Exarch, they'd handily take down these ticks, but that was a pretty poor fight. Fog might get a lot of bleed here because of the Shurikens as well. We'll have to see. Oh, he's got double Bright Lance. Okay, interesting. Just to take out a Dreadnought. That's a heavy commitment. Lost 2 Shurikens to try and counter this thing, and the Bloodletters are still in play. Crack shot activated there on that Bright Lance, so the Bloodletters need to swap sides. Wow, he just grenaded his own Shuriken down, and the Bloodletters, of course, we're just going to get into melee. Yeah, Dreadnought got a lot of HP, man. Doombots to get a bit of chip on the Bloodletters, but who cares? You can just heal it off. Well, I suppose the problem for Deimos is he needs repairs and he also needs heals, so good job he's got 2 ticks. This guy needs to get out of base and start contributing. CSM of Deimos on the side doing a decap. Killed the Watt Spider Exarch at some point, but likewise Cry decapping the contested VP down here, so they're trading. Here we go, double Khorne Marines are in melee. They need to obviously get onto the Khorne Marines. Right now they're actually chasing the Dreadnought. Doomblast will quieten the Khorne Marines for a bit. Oh no, going to go for some worship. Speed up the Dreadnought, get it away from the Blood Crusher, fair enough. Don't think the Blood Crusher can take this thing on in base. Remember, it is vehicle armor, so this heavy melee only does half damage, and you're getting that 50% damage resistance when you're in the base. There's a Heretic here to repair as well. No, this is not a good position for the Blood Crusher. Repairs? Hello? Hello? No repairs? Oh, he's late on the repairs? Wow, Deimos fucked it up. He didn't repair. We're watching his Bloodletters in play over here. What did he get? Did he get anything? The Sorcerer went down to something, I'm not sure what. Wow, Bruce Campbell now going for a Wraithlord instead. Okay. I'm actually surprised he managed to get the resources for that. That's quite impressive. I guess he's got low upkeep because he has so few units. Let the Galaxy burn, showing its value once again. Routes that Shuriken cannon. Allows Deimos to get out of this choke point, which otherwise he might not have been able to do. Fair enough. Okay. Markazinch Havoc coming up for Cry. Yep, needs that to deal with this Wraithlord. Yeah, Khorne Marines and your Blood Crusher can chop the Falcon up if the Falcon, you know, doesn't get away, but Wraithlord, of course, has melee resist and a lot more HP, so that's harder. Where's that Sigil of the Rift? Oh, the cap... Well, what's he aiming at? Oh, he put it behind him to drag the Chaos Havoc forward into position, but bloody hell, Fire Dragons and Double Guardians there just annihilate the Chaos Sorcerer. Slow reaction from Cry. And unfortunately, Chaos Sorcerer is quite far away, so if he was a bit closer in play, he could run to here and then use the Warp Global to teleport the Havoc forward. But yeah, Wraithlord turns around and bitch slaps those Khorne Marines. Now he's going to slice and dice them. And they're bleeding, man. This is the problem. They're bleeding quite a bit. He needs to get into melee with the Wraithlord. Flank from Deimos to attempt to save the day. Trying to take out Heretics with Bloodletters. They do a lot of damage, but they... Yeah, Warlock and Wraithlord is a sad sight to fight as Khorne Marines. Not ideal. Lost the Aspiring Champion and 2 models on that Khorne Marine squad. That is a lot of bleed. Deimos now has lost his CSM over here. Not sure if they... Yeah, they must have watched into the Shuriken and then got diced up by Banshees, which are on the PowerPoint. Obviously, there's a lot going on all over the map right now. And Deimos lost the Dreadnought in base, and so he's replacing that in tier 3 with Chaos Terminators. You got to remember there is... Oh, no, both the Bright Lancers are dead as well. Fucking hell, everything's dying. There's too much going on. Way too much going on. So Brewster still has got a default shuriken. Interesting to get that later on in his composition. He's got the fire dragons, so yeah, he doesn't need to make this a bright lance. Yeah, I guess this zones these corn marines, doesn't it? That's why he's got that quite late on. It's quite a cheap addition. They'll shut these guys down, stop them just charging into melee and forcing off all your ranged units. Though Cry can mitigate that using Sigil. Cry's going for Demon Armour and Rod of the Warpfire, but I'm concerned that the blue team are falling quite far behind in tech at this point. Contending with Terminators and you're getting Heretics out and Rod of Warpfire, I mean, it feels a bit late for that. Filament and Target has picked up eventually on the Spider. Not really seeing him do too much, but he is level 3, nearly level 4, so he must be doing something. And Deimos once again pushing deep down the northern side of the map. Fog opting for a pretty late game Wraithlord as well, interesting. I mean, if they get into melee with the Terminators, it'll be alright. Certainly with how many Banshees around. Would have liked to have seen Shimmer Orbs in play here instead of the Targeters. I really don't think there's a good target for the Warp Spider XRK, really. I mean, I think Shimmer Orb would have had a lot more potential. Protect the Wraithlord and the Banshees as they get into melee. You have that melee superiority right now. And it's a wargear that scales quite well. Capping VPs and all the like. Doombots into Dark Flames, going to rout the Eldar ranged forces there. Bloodcrusher nearly killing the Warlock. Killed him with Corn Marine pistols right there. You can't underestimate those plasma pistols, they're very strong. Another cute little Sigil play there to pull the Havocs forward. Get some chip onto the Wraithlord. But he's going to lose his CS again. Bloody hell, Cry. I think Cry must be half asleep in this game. His reactions of the CS are terrible. There we go, opening up with the infiltration. What a beautiful charge. Charges right through the Corn Marines, and there's no Rangers here, so these Corn Marines, I mean, charge through the Fire Dragons, fucking hell. Hang on, where's Sorcerer? Yeah, we could teleport this guy forward with a warp. Let's do it. Come on, use the warp. Cry, do it. Oh my god, he's fucked it. Where's he going? He's going for a warp fire. Oh, he gets it with the fucking Bloodcrusher and the pistols. So the Corn Marine pistols have melters on them. Fucking hell. This is just ridiculous. This is why I don't cast team games, guys. The aspiring champion Corn Marine pistols are melter pistols. The Bloodcrusher's in the base killing heretics right now. What is going on? This Bloodcrusher, by the way, has been an absolute MVP. Here come the Fire Dragons. We're going to see a warp to teleport this guy out. Yeah. Keep him in play, man. Yeah, level 3 Bloodcrusher. He's kicked ass. Why not? I don't know about Noise Marines, though, when you're fighting Tier 3. I think Cry really should be going Tier 3 at this point. 175 VPs for the blue team, 247 for the red. The blue team obviously dominating the map right now. Deimos is having to carry hard and his back is feeling sore. He's going to be going for a Corn Chaos Predator. Maximise that speed. It's very red. It's very red. The Orcs would like it. That's hilarious. Both the Eldar players have built webway gates right next to it. Did Bruce not notice? There's a webway building. He did. But that's bad. Yikes. Yeah. Heavy infantry Fire Dragons. Taking bonus damage there from the power blades of the Banshees. Pretty spooky stuff for them, but they do live. Which I guess is good. Bruce is actually Tier 3 and going for a Fire Prism. Damn. How do you get Tier 3? Yeah. I guess he hasn't been bleeding too much. Guardians have been pretty much retreating out of fights instantly as soon as they were compromised. And then vehicles don't bleed, do they?
Do not lose your requisition point.
Cry went for Bloodletters in the end. Really doubling down on the worship play. So the Webway Gate Fog. He's got another one. I think the other one got destroyed, didn't it? Replace it with another one. Good damage here from the Predator onto the Banshees, bleeding them. Kills the Exarch, that's got to be worth something. Nice cannon shot killing a couple of Guardians too. Yep. Yeah, Compreds are so strong. Look at the speed on this bad boy with Corn Worship. Oh my god. Terrifying. And then you've got Terminators in play as well. Yeah, Deimos doing very well here. Fog going for Wraithguard. What the fuck? I mean, wow! Predator slays the Guardians in retreat. Damn. Yeah, not looking good for the blue team, I have to be honest. The tech here for the red team is looking quite hard to defeat. Where is that Prism? Prism was loitering around that side for some reason, now rotating back over. I'm not really sure why. Should have just stayed behind the Predator, would have been fine. That dispersed shot would be very nice right now, taking on these CSM. The detection is a bit of a nightmare, really. I like this, the charging with a Blood Crusher out of infiltration, but I don't like Christ reaction times these days. That's not great. Bloodletter's going on to the Havocs. That's bad time for the Havocs. Oh dear. Are they going to wipe? Yep, Bloodletter's wipe them. Go on, Deimos. Smashing it, but he needs to get his Predator out of there now. Is that crack-shotted? No, it's not. Does sneak out, takes a couple of rear armor hits to the fists. There is another Havoc here. Wow, what the fuck? I didn't know there were two. Oh, it's going to get the rear armor. Oh, it shot the Prism and not the Predator. Fuck, it shot the wrong target. If it got the Predator there in rear armor, I think it might have been a kill. Yeah, this melee is not really working for Cry. Not really. It's bleeding him too much. Now you see he's stuck in tier 2, this is the problem. I mean, it's a bit of a memey build. And it's definitely backfired. Oh, that's unfortunate. Killing that Predator probably would have been what the blue team needed to come back into this. Though, to be honest, I still think they're fucked because they're not able to really deal with ease. Fire Dragons have done alright. It's just nice to have an AV threat. You can't just walk the Wraithlord over into melee here with the Terminators, not while Fire Dragons are around. Okay, we're making plays down here. Kills the Fire Prism in the base with crack shot Havocs. But it's a lot of investment. Bruce got a pretty good amount of economy. I mean, these guys are a little bit low, a little bit low on power. I didn't replace this gen farm. Good amount of requisition. I don't know. I might just save it for an avatar. Really, should probably be replacing the gens down here, though. They've got a big excess of these players of requisition right now. Stunning the Chaos Terminators there. Wow. But then the Predator comes and it's see you later to the Banshees, level 4 or not. They were doing pretty good against the Terminators. Oh, they killed a model. That's something. I don't know what on earth this Wraithlord of Fog is doing all the way down here. Needs that in the combat against the Terminators. Now it's going to be another Prism for Bruce Campbell, and it's going to be a great and clean one for Deimos. Deimos has carried this game so hard, it is unbelievable. Going in deep with his Bloodletters, but that's a lot. Double Corn Marines in a double Bloodletter squad. Double Bloodletter squad needs to be careful. It's now a single Bloodletter and it's going to die. What is Cry doing? It reacts eventually. Out of range. Oh, crack shot, Bright Lance rear armor. Snags the Predator. And now we're in a bad position here with the Terminators. Double Corn Marines are on them. Oh, very nice special attack there from the Bloodletters. Yeah, Fire Dragons and Prism. Gonna take out the Wraithlord. Bang. Goodbye. Fire Dragons probably just retreat out of there. They're compromised by the Corn Marines. Demon Shield gonna go down to protect these Corn Marines, but it doesn't protect you against the knockback of the Fire Prism. World's worst retreat grenade. Oh dear. Yeah, Chaos Terminators just getting the base here of the ally. Reinforce and heal. And now there's a great and clean one for blue team to deal with, which given they're stuck in tier 2 is going to be quite problematic. 100 requisition of 40 to reinforce that Terminator. That stings, because the red team do not have a lot of power. Seriously, Bruce, you should be replacing these gens, brother. You do not need all that requisition. Deimos will be able to get another Terminator out before he knows it, so he does need the requisition. That would be crazy. Great and clean one and double Terminators. Yeah, that's a bit of a problem. I'm guessing the Chaos Lord has been spending a lot of time over here. I've not really seen him. I feel like I've not seen the Chaos Lord for ages. We've got another webway gate down here. Good use of webway gates by Fog. Constantly harassing that natural, but at the same time the red team are harassing the natural up here. Oh wow, an Eldritch in base? Fucking hell, Bruce. Did that take anything out? Did they kill like a shuriken weapons team or something? Obviously it killed the webway gate, but yeah, I'm not sure about that. It's very satisfying watching a prism knocking over and dealing chunks of damage to a load of infantry. They're holding one another's naturals. Corn Marines will be pretty good against the Guo actually, but only when he's not got his abilities active. So he should save his stomp for when these guys commit. Yeah, Bloodletters phase out, they just have to walk into the Havocs. The Havoc DPS against the Guo won't be tremendous, but it does snare him, and that's definitely impactful when he is a melee enemy. Fire Prism needs microing. Fire Prism? Forces the Guo to use the Stomp, and Corn Marines actually kill the Fire Prism there. They're not even an AV unit, but the sheer amount of damage they do and the fact they've got that melee charge combined with decent sidearms, yeah, they can take out squishy little vehicles like that. Poor from Bruce Campbell, really, just not microing them, but it doesn't matter. More focused on the VPs. Warlock was down here, takes the natural. Gargers managed to sneak through the webway gate, take the other natural, and that's it. GG. No more VPs left for the blue team. But I think they were screwed anyway, to be honest. Deimos would have had another Terminator squad coming out soon, and both the blue team members are stuck in tier 2. Not sure what the point of these Wraithguard was. Level 1 at the end. Obviously they came out quite late, but I don't really get it. I suppose they're alright against a Predator, but man, I don't know. Corn Worship, Corn Predator, they're so mobile. Are you really going to hit them with Wraithguard? They struggle to hit moving targets, so I don't think so. Bloodletters were still on the field, and then you had a Guo. Like, yeah, these guys, you had to get tier 3. I guess the blue team conceded that they would never be able to get tier 3. They haven't been able to hold their power for a very long time. So, like I said, they were screwed probably a long time prior. But nonetheless, nice to see that. Interesting build here from Crime. We did actually see the Corn Marines be quite effective in terms of AV, but on the other hand, they did bleed him out. And that's why he was never able to get to tier 3 himself. So, was it worth it? You decide. You decide and let me know in the comments down below. But that's going to be all from your boy Torpid this time. I am signing out.